is there a simple UI tool for fine tuning something?
Yeah.
Which is, I just want to be able to take all my shit and be able to feed a model.
So it becomes you.
So it starts outputting. Is there a simple UI tool for that yet?
You can do it, but it's complicated. Like there are two ways to do it. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Is there a simple UI tool for it yet? Someone will build it. You know?
Someone will build it. I'll tell you the problem. Okay. The first way to do it is to use vector embeddings. Okay. There's tools like Llama Index and all that allow you to do this. Take all the documentation that Tanmay has ever produced, transcribe all your videos, whatever, and just dump it in. And it'll have that context. I don't think that's the right way to do it because I've tried this, okay, for myself, and it doesn't work well. The better way to do it is to truly fine-tune ChatGPT. And the way to do that is that they have an option called fine-tuning where you have to give them, let's just say a document of all your prompts and all your responses. Let's say your prompt is, what do you like eating in the morning? And then the response is exactly what Tanmay would say. So the better way to solve it is to give you an app where every day you have to use the app for 5 minutes and answer 5 questions with voice. We can make it as simple as possible. You do it for like 3 months, and let's say we collected thousands of questions, and then we, fine tune ChatGPT on that. It's a very easy process to fine tune ChatGPT, by the way.
Can you explain to folks what is fine tuning before we deep dive into this?
So fine tuning is ChatGPT has so much content, okay, that it's been trained on. What if you took that ChatGPT and gave it a different mask? By saying, here is this new content, like I'll tell you how ChatGPT is trained, okay? Or rather, the best way to show you an example of fine-tuning is to show you how other models are trained. Let's say I have another model. Let's say Llama is one model like that, right? I can train Llama on the outputs of ChatGPT. I can be like, hey, if this is the prompt, this is the response that ChatGPT gives you, I want you to have the same response.
Yeah, this is why most LLMs will be more or less similar.
Yeah, similar.
Because you can start training them on each other.
Right? But if you look at OpenAI's terms of service, privacy policy, whatever, the terms of service say you can't do that. You're not allowed to train on my outputs, but it turns out Bard was trained on ChatGPT's outputs.
Interesting.
So fine-tuning is essentially saying, okay, instead of this output that ChatGPT would give me, reply with this. This is what Tanmay would say. And if I give it, and it turns out if I give it enough examples, ChatGPT starts behaving like Tanmay. It'll start learning how Tanmay talks. With fine-tuning, it also picks up your spelling mistakes. It also picks up your style of intonation, like how do you speak, right? It also picks up slang. It picks up everything.
So effectively, if this is your model, if this is your AI model, on one side is the training data, which you feed into the model. On the other side is the output based on the training data.
Yeah.
So you replace this training data with something specific.
Yeah, you don't replace it, you add on to it.
Add on to it.
Yeah. And you give it a heavier weight.
Heavier weight.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what weights are, which is okay, got it. So there's all this.
This is not exactly what weights are, but you can assume it for this.
So you just add the specific use case that you want to train it for.
Yeah.
Input it from one end so it can start outputting like you in whatever task that you wanted to do. This is fine tuning.
Yes. This is fine tuning. Then you're done. So somebody just has to make the app where it's easy to do the prompts and the questions. The prompts can also be generated with ChatGPT.
Yeah, but I just find the idea of me responding to prompt. This is like when my dietitian says, click a photo of everything that you eat and send it to me. I'm just like, I don't want to.
No, you only need to do it once.
No, I know you need to do it once, but the thing is that if I'm prompted a question, my response to it will be well thought out and I will respond to it. Whereas if it can map my actions that I've already done, that would give a true reflection. That would give the data would be a lot more true of who I really am.
Yeah, but it doesn't, like vector embeddings just don't work as well. Like it's just not as good. It uses it as a content source rather than, hey, I have to have this person's personality. And I've tried a variety of prompts for it. It doesn't work. Like I wish it would have worked perfectly. It doesn't work perfectly. I think this is the only, like fine tuning is probably one of the only solutions. I know that other companies, like I know there's a company called Character AI that tried that, the embeddings model and now is doing the prompt response model.
And I'm assuming fine tuning also, there'll be thousands of people who develop fine tuning for different use cases.
Yeah.
Right. Fine tuning for writers, I'm assuming, is like the easiest use case. It's probably already done. You can upload 10 PDFs by Stephen King.
Yeah.
And it can start outputting.
I think the best use case of fine tuning is having your parents live forever. That's the best use case.
How do you do that?
Let's say your parent is going to die in the next 2-3 years. Make them just prompt, like give them prompts, give them responses.
Emotional fine tuning.
Yeah. Hey, can we play a clip of that Superman show where he has Jor-El, his father, arrive with him on the spaceship, and it appears as a hologram and it's an exact reflection of Jor-El.
So that's like one use case of fine tuning. Then there'll be productivity fine tuning. There'll be health fine tuning. You think that's like a separate world of building products in AI?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think there is so much in AI. I think right now is green pastures. Right now would be the best time. The only thing is, it's an unfortunate time to do it because, recession and whatnot, right? No one's funding anything. All the VCs have had their hands burnt in the last 3-4 months, and there's going to be a bloodbath in the next 6 months. So it's probably not wise to start a company, but hacking around.